Andy Dalton, he gets a big contract here from the Chicago Bears. 1 year, $10 million deal. So Dalton, it looks like he's probably going to be the starter here this season for Chicago. Last season, he filled in for Dak Prescott after he went down with the devastating ankle injury early in the season. So Dalton, we know he's got starter experience. This is his 12th season, I believe, already in the NFL. And last year he had some good games and some bad games last year. And the Bears, it looks like they're going to look to trade Mitchell Trubisky and Nick Foles. They'll probably look to release him because at the 20th pick overall in the draft, I don't know if they're going to find their quarterback this season. So Andy Dalton, it looks like he's signing here. Only a 1 year deal, but starter money at $10 million for the season here. He got the same deal we saw Ryan Fitzpatrick get with the Washington football team last night. So Dalton, he's a good veteran. He's a good leader in the locker room. And the last 2 seasons, he's been pretty decent. 2019, he threw for 94 passing yards, 16 touchdowns, 14 interceptions, and he also had 4 rushing touchdowns and 2 two-point conversions. So right here, he's a good pickup here for Chicago. And obviously, he could step in and start as well. And last season, in relief duty of Prescott, who went down with the injury, 2170 passing yards, 14 touchdowns, 8 interceptions for Andy Dalton and 1 fumble loss. And Dalton, he's going to throw a lot of intos, but he also could throw for a decent amount of yards and touchdowns as well. And as far as fantasy football goes, if he's the starter for Chicago in 12-team leagues or deeper, he's definitely a good backup to draft, or even a guy in 2 quarterback leagues, obviously. That's going to be one of your starters as a starting quarterback in this league, because we've seen him have some good 30-point fantasy days last year, but obviously the weapons in Dallas and Chicago were totally different for the 2 teams. Even though last season we saw David Montgomery take the next step, and we saw Allen Robinson have a big season last year with the Chicago Bears. So we'll see if Dalton's going to become the starter there and how things play out. And if they trade Mitchell Trubisky or Nick Foles or Andy Dalton, he signs a 1 year deal with the Chicago Bears. It's his 3rd team now in 3 seasons here. We'll see what he could do in the upcoming 2021 season.